Welcome to Story Punk. I am Scott.
And I am Drew. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
It's good. It's a new year, sort of. And
well, we are again.
the magic of editing.
We're in the future.
We're in the future, and we're actually in the past. We're not in the future, but anyway, we're talking like we're in the future.
Wait. So we recorded something previously, and people can hear it now.
Yeah.
So it's essentially time travel, but in the same direction. That's amazing.
I don't know. This reminds me of if you've ever seen David Cross's Mr. Show pre-taped call-in show.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny.
That is a good one.
Anyway, so we decided that today we were going to talk a little bit about the movies that we're looking forward to in the year 2026.
Yes.
The year 2026. And so we just want to talk about a few of those movies that we are looking forward to. And I just said that. So why don't we kind of we can just jump right into it? Unless you had something special that you wanted to say about this year.
I think there's some. I mean, trailers are out for some of these movies, and not just movies like the Super Bowl movie for the Super Bowl trailer type movie that will be out in 10 months. And there's some interesting stuff coming out. So it'd be fun to see if we're looking forward to the same stuff. And I'm sure some of these will end up being episodes.
Sure.
In the future.
Oh, I definitely think so. And I think that it's I think there's a lot of stuff that is. I mean, there's and some of the stuff that I picked. Some of the stuff is coming out very soon, and some of the stuff we got a little bit of a wait for. So I'll tell you the first thing that I'm looking forward to, and this is I mean, it's no big surprise. I am a Marvel fanboy, and will admit that they've been struggling a lot lately. But as a kid growing up, I was always a Spider-Man fan, so I am looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
That's a new live action one, not a new Spider-Verse one? Okay.
Yes, with Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Yeah.
Sadie Sink from Stranger Things is also it. And also John Bernthal will be reprising his role as the Punisher. And it's rumored.
Oh, he's coming in from the TV show?
Yes.
He's great.
Oh, he's always good.
Yeah.
And it's rumored that Mark Ruffalo will be in there as the Hawk. Now, we don't know. I've heard some rumors that possibly that could be the storyline might have something to do with the Punisher trying to do something against the Hulk. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Okay. It'll be interesting to see.
Okay.
This one's directed by the guy who did Shang-Chi, Destin Daniel Cretton. And he is.
I like that one. I like that movie too.
Yeah, and this one's coming out right in the middle of the summer. Actually, at the end of July of this year. Excuse me. Yeah, well, this year. When you hear it, it'll be this year.
That's right. This year of 2026.
There you go. So, why don't you give us one of the ones that you were? I'm going to toss it back to Drew.
I thought you were going to go first. I didn't know. Okay.
I did go first.
I didn't know.
This is. I just talked about the first movie I wanted to see.
So, I don't know. I decided that you were going to give me your whole list, even though we just talked about how we're going to go back and forth. I'm telling you, man.
That's all right.
This is going to be interesting. I'm not.
We're recording at a different time. We normally record early morning into the afternoon
when the sun's out.
And today we are actually recording in the evening. We had some bad weather around here, so we had to switch it up a little bit.
Well, it was good, fun snow weather, but it wasn't good for recording in person.
I don't know how fun it was, but
well, you have children that are old enough to do this shoveling labor, so.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell them that?
Sure. They can't promise they'll.
Well, actually, no. I purposely. This is not movie related, so you can skip ahead 30 seconds if you want. I purposely moved. I bought a house on the sunny side of the street, literally, because my previous house was not on the sunny side of the street, and boy, does that suck when it snows because it stays forever.
I believe it.
I didn't even have to go out. The snow melted on the sidewalk. I didn't even have to go out and shovel. So
nice,
lucky me.
Good
anyway,
deal.
Go ahead. Let's go back to movie talk.
Okay, so there, we decided we'd each say, but we may have some overlap. But basically,
sure.
what are the 5 movies that I'm looking forward to? And what I found is that it's a big range of stuff that I'm looking forward to, as far as big movies, little movies. And I saw a trailer for a movie that looks so ridiculously silly, and I can't tell if it's going to be like a really clever commentary on mystery movies or if it's for kids. I'm not really sure. It's called The Sheep Detective.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I wanted to show my youngest son that because it looks. That's not on my list, but I did watch the trailer for that. It was like a day or two ago.
It has cousin Greg from Succession and a lot of other familiar people, including introducing Hugh Jackman.
Sure,
and it's got a Babe vibe with the talking animals and the location and everything. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of mystery movies because they're mysteries. I'll watch a movie that is supposed to be really good, and if it happens to be a mystery movie, that's fine. But like I could take or leave the Knives Out movies, things like that, and I like things about them. This just looks silly and fun, and it has the classic talking animal thing that gets me every time, which is the animals are talking like he did it, it's the murder, and then it cuts to what the humans see, and they're just going bah 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 because it's dumb and it makes me laugh. So Sheep Detective is the first one I'm looking forward to. And
I thought when I saw the trailer, I thought that it was just going to be like I was genuinely surprised. And spoiler for the trailer, if you haven't seen, that Hugh Jackman dies, and
and the trailer.
That's sort of what the
he's the mystery.
He's the mystery. As I thought the twist was just that they're talking because you don't know that they talk until he reads them mystery stories, and then he stops. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to stop here for the night."
And then they start complaining.
And then obviously they start complaining. He goes into his trailer, and then they start complaining. And I thought that was pretty funny.
It's very funny.
So the next movie on my list that I would like, that I'm very interested to see, because I think this is a really interesting idea, which is taking a character that was written and in a movie that was directed by another director, and now it's going to be a beloved character. I don't know if it's beloved character, but a very interesting character.
Okay.
This is The Adventures of Cliff Booth. From the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, from that universe, David Fincher is going to direct this movie.
It's a weird combination of the ¡90s crashing together, and it's weird.
Now Tarantino is, from what I've read, is going to write the movie.
That's my understanding too.
And that is so Brad Pitt's going to be in it. Elizabeth Debicki, if you've seen,
she's wonderful. Yeah, I like her. Even
she was in Tenet.
Even Tenet didn't ruin her. So
she was. I know Tenet's so confusing. Tenet was it? She was also in. She was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. She was one of those gold people.
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
She's in the what is it called? The night.
The Night Manager?
The Night Manager, the Tom Hiddleston show. She's great. That's an amazing show. But yeah, no, I like her, and I have a list of movies. I was trying to figure out what am I really looking forward to, and sometimes some of the titles I put down the titles, and then I was like, do I want to look into this more?
Yeah.
And so if I didn't right now feel like it, I thought I made a list of mildly interested movies, and that's one of them. Like it could be something special, so I'm curious, but I'm not excited about it.
Yes, well, I wasn't, and then I saw some of the pictures from the set pictures.
Oh, I haven't seen those. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, it's made me more interested to see that. Timothy Olyphant's in it. Yahya Abdul Mateen is also in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Carla Gugino, she's in it. She's always good.
Scott, you are doing a great job with the names. I'm very impressed.
Well, I figure, you know what, we're trying to be professional, so I've worked very hard on my pronunciation.
I'm not kidding. I'm proud of you.
And this is going to be it's an unspecified 2026 release, so we don't know when. I'm going to guess. If I had to guess, I'm going to say, if I was a betting man, I'm going to say August.
Well, also, it's entirely possible these things happen. It'll be
pushed back.
June 2027. So
that's
you
true.
Never know.
I wouldn't be surprised. So why don't you give us another one you're looking forward to?
All right. So I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but it certainly looks like something. And I'm saying it because the trailer for Wuthering Heights, which is by the director of Saltburn, which was trashy and didn't quite work, but had a vibe, and the director of Promising Young Woman, which is one of my favorite movies in a long time.
Oh, I didn't realize it was the same.
And if you just watch Promising Young Woman and then you watch Saltburn, you might not really get the vibe that it's the same sensibility. And she won an Oscar for writing Promising Young Woman, which I think is wonderful. So Wuthering Heights, the trailer starts with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi is in it, and it looks like very sort of crazy Technicolor, and it just looks so filthy, like so naughty.
Yeah.
And the first half of that story, I mean, I remember I've seen the movies, and I read the book in class, and there's a reason that the movies, I don't know what this one's going to do, and I haven't really looked into how they're adapting it because I just kind of want to see it, but the first half of the story is all the torrid stuff. So the Wuthering Heights movies are generally the first half, not the next generation dealing with it. And this movie is like they could just call it Torrid the movie with that trailer. It looks just so naughty. It's great.
Then and did you have anything else to say about that, or is that
No, that's that one. I mean, that's an example of I didn't know this was happening, and I saw a trailer, and I've now seen. I was like, I want to watch the trailer again, and you've got my attention. So that's good stuff.
So this is the one that Drew was talking about before we started recording. I am looking at the new Tom Cruise movie that's coming out next year, Digger, with Tom Cruise and John Goodman, Emma Darcy, who's from House of Dragons. I have not watched that show.
Okay, I haven't either, but I know who she is.
Riz Ahmed's in it. We love Riz Ahmed on the show.
He's very good.
And Jesse Plemons is in it.
Well, everyone should love Jesse Plemons. He's amazing.
He's just one of those guys. I feel like he's almost having right now. I think he's borderline Pedro Pascal moment right now. I just feel like he's really starting to show up in a lot of stuff.
See, I don't think so. I really like.
I'm not saying he's there yet.
Right, but I mean, I like both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know where their careers are going to go, but if you told me Jesse Plemons is going to win 2 Oscars, I'd be like, yeah, I can totally see that. Pedro Pascal's not going to win 2 Oscars.
No.
Kind of thing. But they're both.
I'm talking about saturation.
Right, but in terms of like the kinds of movies that Jesse Plemons is in, like he's in Civil War. He's in one scene in Civil War, and it's absolutely insanely memorable.
Yeah.
And his wife is the star of the movie, but that's not what brings you to the theater. Like, he's the kind of guy that sometimes you don't really think about him being in the movie, and he shows up like game night and things like that, and you're like, oh, I know that guy. Yeah. He's really great. Pedro Pascal is at the front of all the marketing for these things.
Did you see Vice?
The
Dick Cheney movie?
Yes, I did.
He's in that.
I don't.
He is the guy.
Movie.
Well, you know, okay. He's the person that he dies, and I think Dick Cheney gets one of his organs, and he's like pissed off. He's been narrating, and he's like, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So Digger actually is Iñárritu's new movie.
Yes.
And that's why it's on my mildly curious list, because I don't like Birdman. I don't like The Revenant.
Yeah.
Not just because The Revenant beat Mad Max Fury Road. It's not about that. But I feel like I don't really get his stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like tour de force craftsmanship, amazing stuff. I see why it wins awards. But he says things like, when you watch The Revenant, which is supposed to be like one continuous thing.
Yeah.
It's the movie is like. It's like, actually living it. You're seeing something, and it's like your own experiences in the movie. I was like, no, the world is blinks. The world does have blinks, and it has its edits in it and stuff. And so I don't have any idea what this movie is about.
It's a comedy, so that should be interesting. And it's
a real teaser.
This is it's a true teaser. Plus, like we were talking about before, I love the song "Oh Green World" by the Gorillaz, which is the song that's in the trailer, and this is what they have as the IMDb synopsis, which is: the most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove he is humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything.
Okay.
So I don't know what the fuck that means, but I guess we'll find out. And this is supposed to be coming out in October.
Yes.
So we got a little bit of a wait for that one.
And I remember in the trailer, because it really doesn't tell you anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. I can recognize, it's Tom Cruise, right? I mean, I can recognize his silhouette, but he's not the star of the trailer. It doesn't reveal him, kind of thing. But
the shovel is the star
right.
of the trailer.
Well, it is. But I really dug the animation where the title turns into the shape of a person, and that was actually from the team of John Berkowitz, former recent guest and friend of the show.
Yes.
So I suspect, even though we don't know, it's a bunch of these trailers are going to have come out of his company. Tallest guest ever.
Tallest guest ever.
Tallest guest ever. And the first guest to do 2 episodes in a row.
That's true.
Amazing.
So what else are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to. It doesn't actually look good in the trailer.
Okay.
I love the movie Ready or Not. I love it. I think it's an absolute blast. I think it's super fun. It's got a fantastic ending. It's surprising and satisfying. And the person that you want to survives, and she's basically just sitting there like, well, that is the thing that happened.
Yeah.
There's a sequel called Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
Yes.
I wish they could just call it Here I Come, but I guess you have to know that it's a sequel.
Sure.
And I guess the premise is that she survives the first movie. Spoilers.
There's an even bigger cabal.
But that's the whole thing. Like, but it's weird because the trailer makes it sound like you have to play the game again. But if you win, you're in charge of the cabal. Like that's like what? I don't understand. So, but I like Samara Weaving a lot. But she has a laugh.
The cast is amazing.
The cast is ridiculous. Yeah. But she has a scream that has a vibrato to it. And it's all over the trailer to the point where I said something that I remember about her is now irritating me, the way that they edited it as far as it's repeating. So I will definitely see it. I really liked Ready or Not. I really liked Abigail.
What's his name?
We'll see.
Nestor Carbone, I think.
Yeah, Carbonell. Yeah,
Carbonell. I don't know why Carbone. Him, and I also like the other guy, the guy who gets annihilated in the oh God, what's his name? That actor. He was in The Naked Gun. Have you seen The Naked Gun?
I just watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. The big guy. He was like a bad guy and Lost for like a season. He has blonde hair in the trailer. He's the guy who gets exploded.
Okay.
All over.
Okay.
I like it. I like that actor.
Ready or Not had a really interesting cast too. And some of what was interesting is that people you didn't know, then you started seeing them in more things too. So that was cool.
So the next movie on the list, or my list, is, and now this is probably, I don't know. I almost feel lame saying this because I feel like probably a lot of people are at least interested in seeing this movie. Mm-hmm. It's Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Okay.
Now maybe not you because I know you've been burned.
That is on
by Oppenheimer.
That is on my mildly interested list.
Yes, Oppenheimer probably.
Matt Damon.
It's Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, and Lupita Nyong'o.
Mm-hmm. He gets an amazing cast. I'm not surprised.
And that's coming out in the summer as well in July. And that's, obviously, he co-wrote it with Homer apparently.
Yeah.
And it's funny when I was looking at IMDb, and it says writers, it says Homer, Christopher Nolan,
nice.
Which kind of makes me laugh.
Nice. Well, sometimes these guys, they write a movie like David Koepp and Josh Friedman wrote. I believe they're credited screenwriters for War of the Worlds, the Spielberg movie.
Yes.
They met at the premiere of the movie. So it's highly possible that Homer and Christopher Nolan never traded notes.
Sure.
Or sat together in a room.
He may have that like Kubrick and Spielberg, they may have faxed each other.
Exactly. That is
3 a.m.
That's a ridiculous story. Yeah. But maybe they used the dial of destiny to communicate. I have no idea.
Maybe. What else you got?
All right. So a movie that I'm kind of surprised is on my list, but I read all the Hunger Games, the first 3 Hunger Games books, and I really, really liked the movies. I really liked what Francis Lawrence did with them. And then there was a new Hunger Games book and movie that came out, 2 years ago now? It was also a Francis Lawrence movie. It was a prequel.
Is it a prequel? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I never remember the title. It's like The Hunger Games, the serpent and the chicken or whatever. Yeah. It was really good. Like I was
catching the fire chicken.
Yeah. Well, I was genuinely surprised by how good it was. And so there's a new one coming. It's called The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. And it is also a prequel, and it's a prequel about, excuse me, Kitty. It's a prequel about
excuse me, Kitty.
Yeah, it's a prequel about
Hello, Kitty.
Yeah, it's the more polite version. It's a prequel about Woody Harrelson's character Haymitch.
Okay.
Because when he was in the Hunger Games as a young man, it was a special anniversary year of when it started. And we all know that the Hunger Games are now going to be true because our current president just announced the Patriot Games, where 2 people from every state compete, and I'm not sure what they're competing for, but I want to see the movie before the whole idea really upsets me too much.
Oh, yeah.
But the trailer is really good. I recommend people who like the Hunger Games but aren't really sure if they want to do it. Another one, like another Fantastic Beasts or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks good, and the last one was really good, and I liked the last movie a lot and still haven't read the book, so I may not end up reading these books, but I'm looking forward to that one, The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Okay. Now, I have on my list. This is one I'm actually really looking forward to, and it was not on my radar at all until about a month ago. Have you heard of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
That is one of the ones I might have mentioned. That looks like a lot of fun.
It looks like and I know it's trying to be batshit crazy. So I some people might be like, maybe it's trying too hard, but I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
The vibe of the trailer works for me.
It's coming out on my son's birthday on
February
13th.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm here for it, and I think it looks. I mean, you got Sam Rockwell, Juno Temple, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz. I think it's going to be, and it's coming. It's coming out soon.
Well, also you have to remember, the director is Gore Verbinski.
Yes,
and that's a guy. I wouldn't describe him as having had a fall from grace type of thing.
Yeah.
He's been working, but he did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah.
And the first 3.
Yeah.
And I like them a lot to varying degrees, but they were gigantic movies.
Yeah,
and then he got a blank check and he did The Lone Ranger, which is a terrible movie, although the last 25 minutes with the trains is one of the greatest action sequences ever done.
Yeah.
And then stuff he's made, even if it's big stuff, like Cure for Wellness, has not hit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I'm not interested in seeing this because it's a Gore Verbinski movie.
Yeah,
but if it does well and it's got a real personality, it could bring him back to some bigger stuff because he definitely knows how to make a movie.
Sure.
So we agreed we're going to share 5 movies, but we picked more than 5 just in case we overlap. That's definitely one that's a recent on my radar thing, and I'm down for it. I think it looks interesting.
And actually, since I think we have a little bit of time here, I have a few other ones that I could go through real quick.
Sure.
And if you have a few other ones,
we'll see. Maybe there'll be some more overlap.
Okay. Well, I'll go.
I have one more after.
Why don't you give me your one, and then I'll go through my last couple.
Okay. So I think I was probably going to say that Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. But so there was a movie that was coming. It was supposed to be called The Dish, and it was supposed to be a Spielberg thing. I don't know if it was producing or directing. Now we know. The trailer just came out 3 days ago. The Steven Spielberg movie is called Disclosure Day.
That was one of the ones I was going to talk about. So
it's with Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt, and I saw the trailer, and I guess from the trailer it's the idea is that we're going to find out if God is real or something like that.
Oh, was that what I just
or aliens?
I felt like it was just I was getting the vibe that maybe aliens have been here a lot. Like they're already here, maybe.
Well, here's the thing. To me, it felt like a religious thing, which is fine. But
maybe. I mean, yeah, I could see that too.
So it's definitely a good trailer. It's a well-cut trailer.
Yeah,
It turned out to feel like this is a really well done way to advertise a movie that I don't know if I'm interested in, which isn't really fair because I don't even know the story or anything.
That's how I felt too.
And it kind of reminded me not the way it was advertised or the movie or whatever, but a movie like was it Knock at the Cabin, where
with
the problem
Dave
with
Bautista,
and that's it's M. Night Shyamalan, doing his powers and all that kind of stuff. But that kind of story, which is a very binary thing, it's like, well, either these people are insane, or God is real. Yeah. And this movie, if you think it's about religion, which is the vibe that I got, it's like, well, we're gonna disclose the truth. So in this one is the truth from the trailer alone. I haven't looked up anything else. I think David Koepp wrote it also.
Yes, he did.
Is the disclosure day going to be that there are aliens, that there is a God, or that some of that is all nonsense? I don't know. The most compelling part of the trailer, because she's an amazing actress, is Emily Blunt losing her power of speech.
Yes,
on the air as a reporter or weather person. That freaked me out
because
it's weird.
Have you seen? There's the video of the woman out there that actually happened to.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
And I was like,
it's unsettling.
Oh, yeah, it is a little bit unsettling. But this is what I kind of the impression that I got, because the tagline on IMDb is, and she actually says it in the trailer, it says, if you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you? And so I was getting the vibe that, are they going to tell us that aliens have been here all along?
Which is probably true.
Yeah. And so have they been here all along, and that's what the disclosure thing is. So I wasn't necessarily. I mean, I could see where you're saying. I mean, I didn't really get the religious vibe, but maybe that's just
Well, also Aliens is more the Spielberg brand.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, it's very interesting. What is Spielberg? He's almost 80.
Yeah.
And this is enough. It's clearly a gigantic movie and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just looking forward to a Steven Spielberg movie. I don't love everything that he's done the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reason he's maybe the biggest successful commercial filmmaker that isn't making Avatar movies is because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing.
So that, even though the trailer didn't super excite me,
Yeah.
I am curious about that movie.
Definitely curious. So just a couple other ones that I'm
Yes.
interested in, and this one's coming up real soon. I'm really kind of curious to see The Rip with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
I only know the title and that they're in it. I don't know anything else about it.
It's directed by Joe Carnahan, who is
Oh, okay.
very hit or miss.
Yes, he is.
It's some of his movies I love, and some of his movies I'm like, this movie's not great.
Yeah.
I saw his movie back in the late '90s, that the low budget movie that he made that really is what got him his first.
What was that
job.
called?
I'm trying to remember what it was called. I just remember it's like Blood, Guts, and Octane or something like that.
Yeah. I remember.
Or something like that, or Blood, Bullets, and Octane, or something like that. Yeah.
So it's a title that's like, this is what the movie is, guys.
Yeah.
And it is.
I mean, he kind
works.
of did the Robert Rodriguez path.
Yes.
That's sort of what he did, and
but with less Antonio Banderas.
yeah. I'm talking about like the not Desperado, the
El Mariachi.
El Mariachi.
Yes, no, I know.
It's Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Tiana Taylor, Steve Yeun, and what's his face? Friday Night Lights guy, Coach Taylor. Well, I can't remember his name. I wrote everybody's
Kyle
name down except
Chandler,
for
you're
him.
saying?
Kyle Chandler.
Oh, okay.
Too. He's like a DEA guy in that.
Got it.
So what it is, I think basically it's this is the description is that it's a group of Miami cops discover a stash of millions of cash that lead them to distrust an outsider that learns about the huge seizure and making them question who to rely on. So basically, I got from the trailer is that I think they get a tip off that there's like 300,000 like stashed in this drug house or something like that.
Okay.
And when they get there, it's like 20 million or something like that.
Got it.
And
That would be upsetting.
It's like it's there, and the drug dealers know that they have the money.
Gotcha.
And it's like they have their tight knit like narcotics squad, which is like Tiana Taylor and Matt Damon and Steve Yeun, Ben
Okay.
Affleck, whatever. But Kyle Chandler's a DEA guy who I think finds out that they have the money, and I think he wants in on the action, kind of thing too.
Okay.
So they're getting
Okay.
pressure from both sides. I think that's about it. So that comes out the 16th of January, so pretty soon, and it's Netflix, so it's going to be out right away.
Yeah, so it'll be on Netflix January 19th or whatever. So
No. I don't think it's being released
oh, it's
at all.
just
I think it's just Netflix.
so it's a huge release, like The Electric State.
Yeah, or The Killer.
Right.
I'm also interested to see The Bride.
That's Maggie Gyllenhaal's.
Yes.
She's directed that.
Her brother's in it. Jake, Christian Bale, Jesse Buckley from Hamnet, and
Yes, that's. I have not seen that yet.
and
That's on the list.
Alex Garland's Men. I have not seen either one of those.
Neither have I. That's the only Alex Garland I haven't seen, actually.
And that's coming out in March. That looks like I think we were talking about this before. That movie's either going to be really cool or really dumb.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way it's in between. I don't think anybody's going to go, it was okay. I think it's either going to go, that was stupid as shit, or like, that was really fucking cool.
Yeah,
It's either going to be like it's going to be like some kind of like natural born killers shit, or it's going to be like
Donnie Darko or something. Like, I didn't expect this at all, and it holds together.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
good, and it's got Gyllenhaal's involved.
And then the last thing, I'm anxious to see. I'm very curious to see Supergirl.
Okay.
I thought I really liked the trailer. And I mean, it's not what it's not what I expected.
Yeah.
It's what I expected. I don't know why. I don't know why I
You
said
all
it like
right, buddy?
that. Was a very weird way to say it's what I expected. The guy who directed it, Craig Gillespie, he did. He's
done
done
a bunch
some
of stuff.
interesting. Yeah, he did that Dumb Money with Quentin Tarantino's favorite actor, Paul Dano.
Yes.
And
Jesus Christ.
I know that
was
was
unkind
so,
for
it's
no
so
reason.
uncalled for.
Yeah.
He also did I, Tonya. He did
Which is a really good movie.
and Lars and the Real Girl, which I've never
It's a
seen.
really good
Is
movie.
that really good?
Oh, it's so good.
It's one of those ones that
Ryan
slipped through the-
Gosling movie.
Yeah.
It's absolutely worth your time.
It definitely slipped through the cracks.
But really, what's nice about it is that it's a movie that's full of like really genuine surprises that are good surprises.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe people aren't all trash without being a fairy tale. It's just kind of about people deciding to be kind. And it's really good.
And this is I mean, like the summer is going to be stacked. I mean, you have Disclosure Day, which is also coming out in June. This is coming.
Is it? Okay.
Supergirl's coming out the end of June. I think Disclosure Day is coming out middle June, probably. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the summer.
The way
Odyssey,
the way that you said Supergirl, where you were kind of like, I want to see it. The Mandalorian Grogu is the same thing of that for me.
Oh, really? I kind of forgot about that movie.
I had forgot that it was coming until I saw a trailer, and it's got a good trailer. And I mean, I love Grogu. I'm gonna still call him Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And the third season of The Mandalorian was not as good as the 2.5 seasons before it, and also it had an ending. So I don't really know what we're doing with the movie, and I don't know that I'll see it. I may end up seeing it on Disney Plus or something, but watch the trailer because there's some fun stuff.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I felt like it just felt like a bigger version of the TV show. And I tried, and I know people said that, and I was trying not to fall into that trap of saying it's just like the TV show, but it kind of feels like the TV show.
That's the problem when you have these companies that spend feature film money on television shows. Like The Mandalorian has world class production values and special effects and all that stuff. So of course that's going to be in the movie. So it's not like the jump from Firefly to Serenity.
Yeah, like did you say you're watching Stranger Things?
I'm rewatching Stranger Things. I've seen the first 3 seasons. I just finished rewatching the 3rd season.
Have you watched
this week?
This
and I
new
start
season?
Not yet because I'm on episode 2 of season 4. So I've just started it.
Okay,
but
so you haven't watched season 5.
I know at this point these episodes are basically like features.
So this is not a spoiler, but so they released the first 4 episodes next week. Will be I think another 4, and then the last show will be
a movie.
It's like a movie, and it'll be on Netflix, but they're also putting it in the theater for like one night.
Right.
The 4th episode. And this is don't worry.
Of season 5.
Of season 5.
So the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger is like a movie. I mean, it's like they spent movie money. Like you watch it and
Netflix
you're like
spent $480 million or something on this season of which is essentially 8 episodes and a movie.
Yeah, and it's like when I was because like there's a lot of special effects, but like the last 20 minutes of because the last the episode 4, which I just watched last week. Episode 4 was like a little over 80 minutes. The last 20 minutes, it's like the special effects are like, regardless of what you think of the story, the last 20 minutes is you're like, holy shit, this is like they spent serious.
Okay.
Like the CGI work is amazing.
Okay.
Like so,
well, I'll get to that then, definitely for sure.
Yeah, you have to let me know what you think of that because we don't really talk about TV shows in here, but not that we're above that. But.
Well, you can't be above it because there's such an overlap at this point. I mean, Nicole Kidman was an honest to goodness movie star who's now also in a ton of prestige streaming TV, and she's good and wins awards. Look
at Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore. They're in that
headlining these shows.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But anyway, I have one last thing. This isn't really necessarily. I don't know if this is going to come out in 2020. I'm almost positive it's not coming out in 2026, and there's not a lot of details on this. But have you heard about that? They're going to film a sequel to Heat.
Yes, I think it's called Heat 2.
I know. I think they're probably going to call it something else.
So far, I don't care.
Well,
because either when we find out the premise, either I'll be like, okay, that's cool, or it'll be a prequel, which will irritate me. But I mean, that movie. Whether you liked the whole movie, it's a gigantic, humongous, sort of all over the place in a way that's really satisfying, crime epic, blah, blah, blah. But it has a real ending, and the ending is really satisfying, and it's got like good Moby music and stuff, and the whole thing just works. I have not spent 30 years wanting to go back and have more because that movie is essentially, to me, it's all the more already, So I don't know what they're going to do. I'm curious, but mildly so.
So the way that they're casting it, people think it's going to be a split between, or that it might be. I mean, it didn't sound like it's going to be like I don't know.
Godfather 2.
I don't know. Like I'm a little confused because they said that Leonardo DiCaprio is pretty much confirmed that he's in it, and they said that he does.
Yeah, I heard
they
that.
said the way that he's talking about it, like he doesn't normally talk that way about movies unless he's actually really doing them.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard him, Austin Butler. Adam Driver.
Okay.
And who else did I hear? Okay, that is the 3. But if you'd had Austin Butler and Adam Driver, some people are saying that, if you had those two in there, they could be a young Al Pacino and Val Kilmer.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that. So
Yeah,
we'll have
so I
to
don't
see.
know. Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. I mean, the funny thing about having this conversation is that a lot of these movies that we're talking about so far, and I haven't looked into 2026 with this specific lens because I just wanted to see what's coming out and what kind of gets my attention. It's all really big stuff like A New Hunger Games, Dune 3, all this kind of stuff. But it's also the movies that are going to come out in January and February, and some of them are going to be like a real surprise, and a lot of them are just going to vanish. There's nothing on this list that screams to me like, oh, these are the 4 movies that are going to be like one battle after another, and Sinners and all the stuff, and Hamnet and stuff that's going to fight. So I don't know what that's going to look like. But
I mean, the Odyssey, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, there are movies that could be. I don't. Disclosure Day could end up doing that. The Odyssey could end up doing that. Wuthering Heights could end up doing that. I don't know.
Some people think that Digger might.
I mean, it's by a 2-time Oscar Best Picture winner.
They think this might be that. They think this is why it's coming out in October.
This is Tom Cruise's Oscar. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm
sorry,
not calling it
his acting Oscar. Because he's got one for producing.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I've heard. I'd be curious. I don't think that. I mean, who knows? Depending on what Fincher does with the Cliff Booth movie, I don't have any expectations that that's going to reach any kind of like.
But you never know.
You never know.
Well, I have a couple of other movies that I am curious about. I don't know much about. They're both Indian movies. One is called Toxic, and it's about the drug trade in Goa in 2019, and it's starring, and I think by Yash. And Yash did the KGF movies and a bunch of other big hit movies. And KGF, the first KGF movie, was to me a classic example of my experience with some Indian films. Like, it's of course 3 hours, and the first half of it is like super obnoxious. Like, it thinks it's funny, it's really annoying, all this other stuff, and then it turns the second half into a movie about like rescuing children who are forced into labor and rescuing their families who are enslaved, and it's actually really good and really moving. So to do a big crime epic, you got my attention. And then there's one called Dacoit, which is Anurag Kashyap stars in it, and he wrote Gangs of Wasseypur, which is essentially the Godfather movies of Bollywood, and that those are fine films. And these are 2 movies that are going to be gigantic, but we're not going to hear about them in this country. I don't think RRR is going to happen again, kind of breakthrough, win an Oscar, that kind of stuff. But those are 2 movies that are gigantic movies that are going to get international releases that I am curious about, and I'm almost 100% certain I'll end up watching them on streaming because they'll play one weekend and I won't get to see them.
So, do you have anything else you're looking forward to?
Well, Cliffhanger 2.
Cliffhanger 2. I mean, is that really like I heard people talk about that?
It's a real movie. It's coming out. Yeah.
Is Pierce Brosnan in that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I looked it up and I already forgot.
It's one of those things because a lot of people with AI art right now, people are
you can't trust that stuff.
I know. Well, that's why I'm saying. So sometimes I see some stuff, and I'm very skeptical of anything that I see.
You should be.
Of course I am. That's why.
I know some people.
That's why I'm saying.
I know some people who are susceptible, and they'll do a YouTube episode on the sequel, and then the people are like, "That's not a real. It's pretend. It's not real."
That's why I said. That's why I said real. That's why I said I'm skeptical.
You're smart. You're very.
But anyway, but the point I'm trying to make is that people will just put that out there. So sometimes because even if that was real, I'm not super into it. So it was something that I kind of just passed by, and then I saw that and I was like, I just figured it was one, it wasn't something I was interested in, and 2, it probably could have been AI. So I was like, I didn't really care to investigate.
Okay, it's not a sequel; it's a reboot.
Okay.
It stars, here's now why I'm going to have to see it, because it stars Lily James, huge fan. Nell Tiger-Free, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, there you go.
It's directed by Jaume, I'm going to pronounce that wrong, Colette Serra, who did Orphan,
how the
Shallows.
How the tables have turned.
I know, right? The Shallows, which is that Blake Lively shark movie that I really like.
Okay.
Run All Night, which is a great Liam Neeson thriller. And he did Carry On, the Jason Bateman Netflix movie that was really big last spring. So he does good, tight action movies, especially The Shallows. I love that movie.
Can I tell you a movie that I haven't even seen?
What?
Trailer for? I know there's a trailer out there, and I keep meaning to watch it. but I just want to see it just because it's got what's his face from Steve from Stranger Things and Liam Neeson at the Cold Storage.
Cold Storage. Yeah,
I want to see that. I haven't even watched the
fun.
trailer.
That looks like a good
Anyway,
time.
well, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're wrapping on the
There's some
look
there's
ahead.
some good stuff.
Yeah, there's some stuff
good
out there.
We'll see.
So go.
I am
Go
confident.
and treat yourself.
I am confident whether they're good or bad, there will be a number of these will end up being worth discussing either way. So we'll return to them, and we'll probably end up saying, "Did we talk about that 7 months ago?"
I
don't
am
know.
interested. I do find it interesting, like you said, that there's nothing other than probably, honestly, I think the Odyssey is really the only thing that I think might have a chance, might have Oscar potential. Like I don't really think that's, and even that, who knows?
Yeah.
Because I mean, sometimes you have these big spectacle movies that come out and then they get nothing,
Right.
And so that could very well be what we're looking at. So I think
but there's not an Avatar movie. That one will. The third one just opened yesterday, and they're like, well, there's more than 3 years between them, I guess. So
I think that I think even people that like Avatar aren't necessarily digging this one. So,
I haven't heard anything about it because I don't really care.
Yeah, I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
Just can't get into it. So anyway, I think that's a wrap on our Story Punk 2026 look ahead, and we'll be back next week. Actually, the next this is the first one of the new year, and next week
It's a good time to have this conversation.
I know,
cool.
I know, perfect time. I know it's weird how that worked out. But next week we'll be actually doing the new Predator movie, and
Predator Badlands, a
Predator
personal
Badlands.
favorite.
Yes.
I'm hoping the Sheep Detective will capture my imagination the same way.
See that in IMAX. See how loud it is.
And I would.
But anyway, be sure to check us out on our Instagram page at Story Punk Pod, and you can find out updates of when the next new episode drops. And we're also on Facebook.
They're on Facebook, and the episodes will drop on your favorite podcast service. And
Yes.
if it's not on your favorite podcast service,
us
let us know, because we're on, 20 different ones at this point?
It's
so
a
they're
lot.
pretty much all out there.
And
so
we
if
are-
you listen to the big ones at all, like Apple and Amazon and whatever, we're on Pocket Cast.
Sure. And we are we're on Facebook too, and there's some I could put some extra stuff on there, so you'll see. So if you're old, you're
Yeah,
covered.
really selling it.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm selling that Facebook. And hey, I got to take care of our boomer fans. And also, we
Story
are
Punk across generations.
there. You go. And also, I'm on Letterboxd with Drew. I was with Drew, but I am actually Story Punk Scott on Letterboxd.
And I am Solid Gould.
Yes. And so that's pretty much it. So with that, I will leave you with remember that story matters.